Hi, my name's Robin Eschler, and I'd like to ask you kind of a personal question. How are you feeling about your life right now? Are you thrilled with the way everything's going? Do you feel a deep inner satisfaction knowing that you're seen, you're heard, that you've been able to express the core of who you truly are? Have you identified the deeper meaning in your life? And do you feel like you're accomplishing exactly what you set out to accomplish by coming here? As of me, as of today, I am excited to be here right in front of you to share that I am very clear on the incredible gifts that life has given me, and that being truly present in this moment is the key to experiencing the joy to us on a daily basis. Can you look outside yourself right now? Doesn't matter what the weather is, and look into the sky and see the colors, whether it's dark and foreboding, or whether it's crystal blue skies, or whether it's kind of gray and foggy. It doesn't matter the weather. Just take a look outside into the sky and see if you can find that sense of awe, that sense of expansiveness, that sense of belonging here. Even though life dishes out an abundant number of lessons, many of which are very painful, I personally am now at a point where I can look back and be grateful because all those painful lessons brought me here in front of you right now. And boy, am I grateful for that. I've enjoyed the adventure. I've enjoyed the travel and recreation that brings fun and healthy activity, including meeting other incredible women and experience what the universe has been nudging, even cramming into my life. For example, I went from living my dream. I had a brand new baby girl in my arms, and I was living in my dream home that I had proudly purchased as a result of my work in Silicon Valley. That home was in Santa Cruz, right just minutes from the beach. And yet I was living in a redwood forest with enough property to have dogs and cats. I had a beautiful organic garden. I had a little hothouse that had the most delicious, delicious tomatoes. I had ducks, I had chickens, I even had horses, and I was in heaven. I was absolutely in heaven. Fast forward, after having pulled myself up post divorce from a sociopathic, abusive husband, and having raised my three children on my own into the beautiful adults that they are now, despite the confusion and the turmoil that the court system caused us, through the financial difficulties and the emotional toil that it took on all of us. I'm still very proud of these children and who they've become. I had to move several times, and I had to reestablish my career. I was also blessed to develop an incredible group of friends and new relationships, some of whom I met through humanitarian, ecological, and spiritual programs that I had entered into during this tumultuous time. But life still surprises me with challenges, doesn't it for you too? Back then, I didn't have that personal formula that was just for me alone, for that sake to find that sacred core of who I am to get me through all of those challenges. In fact, there are times, even now, I have to be honest, when I feel a little bit lost. Yet, you know what? I'm determined never to be sidelined like I'd felt for the majority of my life. At 69 years old, for example, I knew it was time to take a U turn from taking responsibility for others and to focus on myself to determine exactly what I wanted in life for me. But what was it? What was it that I really wanted? Back then, I knew number one, I didn't want to be a burden on my children, due to not having much of a savings after a challenging life full of lessons. I knew that was the top of my list, but could I realistically want something more? Is it possible? I finally remembered, but you know what? It took 2 months in Ecuador for that memory to come back. Ecuador opened the floodgates for me. I went there actually in the beginning to consider retiring there so that I wouldn't have to be a burden on my children. Yet I discovered something much deeper and something much more precious. I discovered someone who'd been waiting a long time deep inside of me, just waiting for the right moment to reappear. That person wanted to step up and have some fun, to do whatever I wanted to do, and to truly soak in the awe of life, the beauty of nature, and the fun of discovering new adventures. I dove into hot springs. I put my head under a freezing cold waterfall. I explored jungles of screaming monkeys. And so I swung over the edge of the earth with a volcano in the background. It was incredible. I can't even begin to tell you how fantastic that whole event was in my life. And when I returned, I was absolutely certain after 2 months in Ecuador that I couldn't let that go, that I needed something to ground it into the very being of who I am. So, on my 70th birthday, what did I do? I jumped from an airplane. Wouldn't you? It was fun. Yeah, it was fun. But it was more the celebration of who I had rediscovered more than anything. And now I'm here in front of you, daring to plan even more in my life. In the last third of my life, I've got so much more to do, international travel being just a part of that. I want to uncover more within myself and to help other incredible women like you who are tired of expending energy for everyone else while neglecting their own joy. It's time to break loose, women. It's time to have some fun on your own for who you are. Can you see yourself rediscovering the core of who you are? Could you enjoy the new adventures that come with that? And then to plan the experiences that are really going to ground you into that new being. It's time to create your true legacy. The joy, the fun, and the recreation. Isn't that an interesting word? Recreation is actually the recreation of who you are so that your families, your friends, and associates will always remember you as an inspiration for years to come. That's what a real legacy is. It's not the money, it's not the house, it's not the work, it's not, well, you could say those all contribute, but really, what is your legacy? Maya Angelou has a beautiful quote. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Isn't that the kind of legacy that you want to leave? And how can you leave that by neglecting yourself? How can you leave that without expressing the core of who you are and allowing other people to see that and to feel the joy themselves just watching you and being inspired by that? So, what I'm asking of you today is to leave a comment. Let me know what you think about all of this. And if you'd like to learn more, please go to my website at BlueSky-Lifestyle, and you'll learn more about what we're doing. I have some incredible friends who are joining me to help you move out of, what is the word? The shadows of your life, to really find and let the sunshine in on who you are and to share that with others. So please comment, please visit us, and please follow this page so that we can have that journey together and rejoice together. Thank you for these last few minutes, and I look forward to learning more about you. Thank you.